Difficulties in life are motivation. Once a fish jumped out of the water and washed ashore. I was rolling with the sand to get back to the water from the shore, and it was difficult to get back into the water. Just as the woman was about to die like that, a line of red ants came and began to bite the fish to the point where it was dead. At that time, the fish had to roll over in pain and move from the sand to the water. When I'm in the water, my pain will be relieved. I roll from the place where the pain is too much, and roll quickly. When he got tired, he listened and tried to escape the sting of the ants. I couldn't feel the pain from moving like that, so I tried to jump from the shore to the water's edge. And when I jumped back into the water, I started to fall back into the water. It's the same in life. Now, when you are very tired, think of it as a fish in shallow water surrounded by ants. You need to be able to get out of such hardship as much as you can. Even at the last minute, trying hard doesn't make it free. Don't forget that only the pain and suffering you are currently facing can push you to your goal. Pain. If there were no difficulties, you wouldn't try to get out. Once upon a time, a grandfather and his grandson were walking from their house to the other side of the hill. The grandson picked up a stone and hit the flower pot as he was about to leave the yard. That stone is a beautiful flower in a flower pot. I touched it and broke the flower. The grandfather and grandson continued to go to the hill. When they arrived at the hill, the two of them sat on top of a small hill. My grandfather was enjoying the fresh air and looking at the scenery. Just like when the child left the house, he picked up small stones and grew a small plant at the edge of the mountain. But the tree at the end of the cliff was not blown away by the wind even though it touched the rocks and was not broken. When he threw it again, he bent down and straightened up again. Then the boy told his grandfather, "Why is this plant dying?" The grandfather looked at his grandson and smiled. "Look at that little plant, my grandchild. Do they have someone who doesn't take care of it? Or is there someone who will give him water when he is poor?" The grandchild did not exist, grandfather. I replied, "Yes, there is no one to take care of them, my grandson. When the rocks fall, he has to cling to his roots to keep from falling. When the wind is strong, they protect themselves with leaves and dare not fall down. He had to protect himself. He defied the things that attacked him." "Is the house like a flower?" "It's different, Grandpa," grandson replied. At that time, the grandfather rubbed his grandson's head. "My grandson. In the world, a house is like a beautiful tree. A tree that is free from wounds, caressed and cared for by someone who will remove the bugs and water it is easy to fall. Those who don't face their own wounds and don't make them strong fall easily. It's easy to fall, my grandson. When you survive in the world, rely on yourself. Scars, a sign of overcoming injuries. Strength is falling, a sign of victory.